championship. So dominance is abound, and that's true even in individual championships, Amanda. Ashleigh Clare-Kearney of LSU.
Well, she rocked her vault to not just win the vault championship, but also is the floor co-champion. And for this senior, it was her first ever individual championship. Can't forget, Courtney Kupets shared that floor title with Ashleigh, but also won the bars, the balance beam, as well as the all-around title. She scored a few perfect 10s, and as always, impressed us all.
I just can't even believe it. There's no words to describe my whole entire gymnastics career down to one night, and it finishes out with 9 titles, which is a record, which I've never really gotten a record, so that's pretty cool. I just couldn't be happier.
All that, she's humble too. Rotation number 3 sees LSU on vault, Bama bars, Florida to the beam, and Utah floor. Arkansas and Georgia each have buys. On to the vault for Kayla Rogers of LSU, ready to go.
Performing Yurchenko full. A little short there on the landing. It's like her hands barely touch the vault. And when the judges see that vault all day long, it's very important to not just have amplitude, but a great landing.
Okay, it is a 9.725. Not a great score, but it will add some pressure for her teammates on the vault. Now here again is Jamie Deetscreek of Utah on floor exercise.
She had a great start on the balance beam and has had a great routine so far. She only has 1 tumbling pass to go. Each routine is about 1 minute and 30 seconds. And when they get to this point, you can see them catch their breath, preparing, finishing the routine out with the front tumbling pass. Very nice, Rudy. Great routine.
Jamie Deetscreek for Utah. Meg Marsden there to greet her, and a 9.850 for Jamie. Let's quickly get over to bars now, where Alabama is looking to stay on top with the help of Kassi Priess, junior from Plantation, Florida.
This is a great event for Kassi. Starts right out with a clear up handstand, right down to a bail handstand. Very nice lines. Her big release move right here. A Tkachev. Finishing with the very popular dismount double layout. Perfect release time. Little step on the landing, but great routine.
Alabama fans are feeling it. They did win the SEC championship, and a solid, if not spectacular, 9.80 for Kassi Priess. Now let's get over to the beam. Florida's Courtney Gladys for the Gators. They try to move up in the competition.
Beautiful straddle jumps. Tim, you can't forget this event is only 4 inches wide, and I tell you, as I get older, the 4 inches seems to get smaller and smaller. Very impressive to watch. Finishing round off 1.5. Very nice landing. Great start for Florida. It's all about momentum on this event, getting those big scores posted at the top.
9.825 for Courtney. Over to the vault now. LSU's Sabrina Franceschelli. From the state of Massachusetts, this junior needs a solid score.
Yurchenko full on tuck off. Actually a very nice vault, but there will be a deduction. You could see she was off center there at the end.
It is a 9-point accomplishment for this team. No doubt about it. Coming into the Nationals, here's 5'1" sophomore Kayla Hoffman from Union, New Jersey on bars. Now she struggled in the prelims on this apparatus.
Right here, actually. Beautiful Tkachev. She missed that in the prelims. Giant full, bail hand, beautiful handstand there.
Well, she fell and took a 9.3. Now that cannot happen today.
They have no room for error, but talk about the confidence. A true competitor pulls it back. Very nice routine.
Oh, can you tell she got over the hump?
Well, you know, Tim, she fell on the Tkachev in the prelims. Beautiful score there in 9.9. This is what happened. Mounted the bar. Little too much momentum and actually overshot. Didn't get a good enough grasp and actually peels right through the bottom. Very dramatic fall, but talk about mental toughness.
I'll say. Here's Florida's Elizabeth Mahlich on the beam. Only a freshman from Plant City, Florida.
supporters really been consistent on this event. Not huge scores, but more importantly, just consistent scores. She gets ready for a dismount. Round off double full. Another great landing.
That should give her a very good score, and it is a 9.825 for Elizabeth Mahlich. And Dara Bijak of Utah underway on floor exercise. Now, this is perhaps the other key element to Greg Marsden's track to the title. Bijak's got to perform well today.
Well, and she's so fun to watch on this event. You can see she's just having a great time. We had to find out what was going on with those knees. It looks like she actually had a wipeout, but it's really just to tape and support her patella tendon. We'll get a chance to see her first pass. This is actually her third pass. Finishes with the front double full. She's an incredible front tumbler. Beautiful routine. Tim, this is her first pass. The most incredible pass we've probably seen all day. A double front, right to an immediate punch front. Very difficult blind landing and no deductions there.
Magnificent. And that contingent from Utah always making some noise. They're demanding some 10s. They do get a 9.90 for Dara Bijak. Over to the vault again, where LSU could really use a good score from sophomore Stacy Schwitkis.
She performs the Yurchenko full. Very nice landing. Not the biggest vault LSU has. We'll get a chance to hopefully see them later in the lineup, but a nice solid score there.
A 9.825 for Stacy. Dee Bro likes it. Her second straight year to make the Super Six. And we'll be back with more action from the University of Nebraska, the NCAA Women's Gymnastics Champion. Continue in the third rotation. Alabama leading on bars with junior Morgan Dennis ready to go. Her dad, Al, looks on as Alabama hopes to continue making Georgia play catch-up.
Well, Morgan is so dynamic on all four events. She's clean. She already scored 199. Beautiful handstand there. Starts out with a pike Jaeger. Beautiful form. Comes right back with the bail to handstand. We talked about the judges are seeing a lot of the same skills throughout the entire competition. What separates the 9.8s from the 9.9s? Obviously form, but more importantly, perfect landings like that. Wow.
You know, it's early, but you get a feeling that this could be one of those moments, you know, where momentum builds and you begin to believe the national championship could be yours. Alabama is feeling it right now. A 9.90, great score for her.
Well, 2 9.9s for Morgan. Talk about setting the pace. They're really going to put Georgia in a position where they're going to have to catch up.
And it's a position that Georgia is not that familiar with, playing from behind a couple of rotations deep into the finals. Over to the beam again. Here is Corey Hartung. You talk about establishing great lines. She's all about that.
Well, on this event, she really shows off her flexibility. You saw it there, but she has another move in this routine that is just gorgeous. Beautiful front aerial, right to a back handspring swing down. Here it is right here.
Wow.
Not just the good side,
wow,
the middle, and the bad side. Very impressive. Dismounting with a very difficult round off 2.5 twist. Not only a blind landing, an extra half twist so far from what we've seen. Very nice. Small hop, but beautiful routine. Let's take another look, Tim. Talk about flexibility in lines. Great extension. 180-degree splits there on all three sides.
You don't see that too often. You really don't. And a 9.875 for Corey Hartung. Well, Greg Marsden of Utah is back in the tunnel with the excitement as he watches his veteran Nina Kim get her routine going on the floor.
You know, now that I coached him, I really understand the pressure of being the coach. There's nothing he can do right now but watch, and that's almost worse. Nina's very dynamic and dramatic on this event. It's been a great routine so far. She only has one pass to go. Finishing it with a front tumbling pass. Great height, Rudy. Layout, step out. Very nice landing, and she knows it.
Happiness from Nina Kim. And the Utah fans let her know that they appreciate it. Meg Marsden's out there for a hug while her husband's in the tunnel. It's a 9.875 for Nina Kim. Back to LSU in the vault, one of their leaders, junior from Spring, Texas, Susan Jackson.
Well, and watch this, Tim. If she nails this vault, it's unbelievable. Wow. I mean, by far the highest vault we have seen. We've seen it all day long. I think she was about a foot higher.
Well, looking to atone for a couple of early slips by her teammates, Susan Jackson's score is a whopping 9.925. Back to the beam quickly, where Florida could use some high scorers. Alicia Goodwin from Dallas, Texas.
Some slight balance check there on her flight series. Comes right back. The switch leap, wolf jump, full twist. You know, we're really seeing consistent routines, not huge scores for the Gators on this event. But when you look at the overall picture on the balance beam, the goal is to hit 6 solid routines.
And stay in the hunt.
And stay in the hunt.
I mean, you're not going to win the competition on this apparatus, but you just want to stay in it here.
Exactly, because this is the event you could actually lose it on. Finishing cartwheel layout full. Very nice landing.
Certainly a solid performance for Alicia. Her mom Julie's excited. And the Gators on beam maintain with that score, 9.8. But they needed a few 9.9s there. Their cumulative score, 49.20. The freshman sensation, Ashleigh Priess of Alabama, over at bars. Talk about pressure anchoring this rotation.
Wow, well, if she anchors on any event, it is this event. She has beautiful lines, great release combination right here. Finishing it with a pack salto. It's always impressive when you see the elite athletes transfer into the collegiate level and still perform their elite level routines. Release move over the bar. Great extension. Winding up for a double layout. Great release time. Little hop there on the landing. Beautiful routine, though.
What a freshman, and her dad, Mel, has reason to be proud. There you see the overall score, 49.325, helped by that 9.875 for Ashleigh. Back to the vault and Clare-Kearney for LSU.
Well, Tim, you thought Susan Jackson's vault was big. Watch this. Wow.
Man.
Not just big, perfect landing there. Let's take another look. She leaves the minute she hits the table, gets her great height, able to spot the landing, and more importantly, drop it in for what we call that perfect landing.
What does it say about having, veterans like Susan Jackson and Ashleigh Clare-Kearney? Sort of like having Coupettes and Tolnay for Georgia. Their overall score, 49.275. Back to the Florex. Anna Diluzio is underway.
It's actually her second tumbling pass. Nice round up 1.5 front layout. You know, Utah has really had some great landings on their tumbling passes. Very important on this event.
You get a feeling, though, Amanda, without some great scores, they're going to lose ground.
Well, in this event, it's not just about perfect landings. They really need to perform to the judges. Get the energy picked up. That's what's going to take them into that 9.9 range.
It's what really has set Georgia apart the last few years, isn't it?
It is. She gets ready for this last tumbling pass, finishing with a 2.5 twist. Nice landing. It's actually a very clean routine.
Yeah, I think that the momentum there, you see Mom and Dad, Nancy and John, very happy. And this score is going to be very important for Greg Marsden's squad. It's a 9.925. This keeps them in the competition with a cumulative score of 49.450. And you know, down deep, Utah's got to be thinking we're the party crashers in what has been so far an SEC-dominated finals with Alabama setting the pace currently. Let's get over to Amanda with Dee Dee Bro.